Does your cat really feel like the luckiest on earth because you're their owner? Or just hanging around, waiting for food? The rare signs they show will shock you. And sign 9 is so rare, only 1% of owners notice it. Let's reveal them all. Sign 1, the grooming reversal. Your cat walks up and starts licking your hand. Okay, cute. But watch what happens next, because this is where everything changes. After licking you for a few seconds, does your cat stop and just stare at you? They're waiting. They want you to pet them back. This is called reciprocal grooming, and it's huge for lucky cats. In cat colonies, only cats of equal status groom each other mutually. By licking you first, your cat is saying, "We're family in my blessed life." Same rank, same importance, but here's the scientific part that'll amaze you. When cats groom their owners, their brains release oxytocin. That's the same hormone that floods a mother cat's brain when nursing kittens. Your cat's brain chemistry is treating you like their most precious thing. And when they ask you to groom them back by petting, they're creating a celebration loop of their fortunate life. Back and forth. Give and take. Research showed this behavior almost exclusively appears in cats who feel genuinely lucky to have their owners. Your cat isn't grooming you. They're worshiping their good fortune. Sign 2, the presentation sit. You need to watch for this the next time you walk through your front door. Your cat runs up to greet you, right? Cute. But what happens in the next 3 seconds reveals how blessed they feel. Do they just rub against you, or do they sit down directly in front of you with their tail perfectly wrapped around their paws like they're posing for a portrait? Because that sitting position isn't casual, it's a celebration ceremony. In cat language, this is how they greet someone who makes their life amazing. But here's what makes your cat different from every other cat. When they sit like this for you, their brain releases happiness chemicals because they know how fortunate they are. They're not being polite. They're getting high off greeting the source of their blessed life properly. And watch this. If they sit, then do a slow yawn while looking at you, that's not tiredness. That's emotional overload from gratitude. Your cat is so happy about their lucky life that their body has to release the pressure. They're not greeting you. They're celebrating how blessed they are that you exist. Sign 3, the shadow following with purpose. Okay, stop what you're doing and test this right now. Walk into another room. Does your cat follow you? Good, but watch what happens next. Do they just sit anywhere, or do they reposition themselves until they can see your face? Because that's the game changer for lucky cats. Most people miss this completely. Your cat isn't following you for food or boredom. They're tracking your facial expressions because you're the source of their amazing life and they want to monitor your happiness. Scientists discovered bonded cats can recognize 17 different human emotions just from your face. But here's where it gets crazy. If your cat follows you into a room and sits facing you instead of facing the door where danger could come from, they've literally overridden millions of years of survival programming because they feel so blessed to have you. Think about that. Every cat instinct says watch the exits, but your cat said, nah, I'd rather watch my Lucky Charms mood. You're not just their owner, you're the center of their fortunate universe. Sign 4, the Kneading location choice. Listen carefully because most cat owners get this completely wrong. Your cat needs, right? Big deal. All cats need. But here's the question. Nobody asks, where does your cat need? Because if your cat only needs on your body, your lap, your chest, your stomach, but never needs blankets or furniture when you're not sitting there, you just confirmed they feel like they won the lottery. This isn't random cute behavior. This is your cat's brain literally going back to being a kitten because they feel that blessed. Kneading is what babies do when nursing from their mother. Your adult cat is treating you like the source of all their comfort and happiness. But wait, it gets better. If your cat needs you and starts drooling a little bit, their brain has chemically returned to infancy levels of contentment. They feel that safe, that loved, that fortunate. And here's the kicker. They've decided only you deserve this level of vulnerability. Not the comfy bed, not the expensive cat tree, just you. Because you make them feel like the luckiest cat alive. Sign 5, the belly exposure test. Okay, let me blow your mind right now. Your cat rolls over and shows you their belly. You think, oh, they want belly rubs? Wrong. Most cats actually hate belly rubs. So why show the belly? Here's what nobody tells you. When your cat rolls over, exposes their belly, but keeps looking directly into your eyes while doing it, that's not an invitation to touch. That's a celebration of how lucky they feel. Your cat is showing you the most vulnerable part of their body while maintaining eye contact. In the wild, that's how you get killed. Predators go straight for the exposed belly. But your cat is saying, I'm so blessed to have you that I can show you my weakest spot without fear. But wait, there's more. If your cat does this and gives you a slow blink while belly up, game over. They're combining 2 jackpot signals simultaneously. Your cat isn't asking for pets. They're showing off how amazing their life is because of you. That's a lucky cat flexing. Sign 6, the mirrored sleep schedule. Here's a test. Track your cat's sleep pattern for 3 days. When are they most active? When do they nap? Now, here's the question. Does it match your schedule? Because if your cat is awake when you're awake and sleeping when you sleep, something massive is happening. Cats are crepuscular. That's a fancy word, meaning they're naturally most active at dawn and dusk. It's in their DNA. It's how they survived for thousands of years. But your cat? They're ignoring millions of years of evolution to match your schedule because they feel so fortunate to have you. Studies showed bonded cats will sacrifice up to 40% of their optimal activity time just to be awake when you are. Read that again. Your cat is fighting their own biology. They're giving up their prime hunting hours. Why? Because they know they hit the jackpot with you. And here's the tell. If your cat naps when you nap and perks up the moment you're active, they're not adapting. They're choosing to maximize their time with their greatest blessing, you. Sign 7, the complaint meow. Your cat hasn't seen you for a few hours. You walk in, and immediately they hit you with this sound. It's not a regular meow. It's frustrated, almost whiny, kind of annoyed, and you think, wow, rude. But hold on, let me tell you what that sound actually means, because it's the opposite of rude. Behaviorists call this a protest of attachment. Your cat is literally complaining that you left because their lucky life paused without you. Not because they needed something, because they missed the source of their happiness, you. Feral cats don't make this sound. Shelter cats don't make this sound. Only cats who feel genuinely blessed by their owner make this specific, frustrated meow. It means your cat has developed feelings about how amazing their life is with you. But here's the real tell. After complaining, does your cat follow you room to room for the next 20 minutes? They're making sure their good fortune doesn't disappear again. Your cat is saying, don't take my blessed life away like that. That complaint isn't anger, it's gratitude anxiety. Sign 8, the paw on face move. You're sitting down or lying in bed, your cat walks up, and then it happens. They reach out one paw and gently place it on your face, your cheek, your nose, your forehead. Soft pressure, no claws, and you think it's just random? Cuteness. But let me tell you what your cat just did. They claimed their greatest prize. Cats have scent glands between their paw pads. When they touch your face with their paw, they're depositing their scent on the most recognizable part of you. Your face is how people identify you. and your cat just claimed it as proof of how lucky they are. But here's why this is the jackpot sign. Cats could mark your arm, your leg, anywhere, but they chose your face, the part of you that makes you, you. They're creating what experts call a scent tattoo. This isn't temporary. This is ownership of their blessing. Your cat isn't just loving you. They're telling every other cat in the universe, this human is mine and I'm the luckiest cat alive because of it. Sign 9. The selective lap choice. Picture this. 3 people sitting in your living room. Your cat walks in. 2 people are closer. 1 person is already calling to them. But your cat walks past everyone and jumps on your lap specifically. You think, cute. No, stop. This is huge for understanding how blessed they feel. Cats are efficiency machines. They don't waste energy. If your cat is bypassing easier options to get to you, that's a calculated decision based on knowing exactly where their luck comes from. But here's where it gets wild. Researchers measured this. When your cat sits on your lap versus anyone else's lap, their heart rate drops 20 beats per minute. Your body physically represents their blessed state. And check this out. If your cat sits on you but keeps one paw on the ground, they're keeping an escape route open, which means they're choosing to stay with their source of happiness despite being ready to run. That's not comfort. That's commitment to their lucky life. Your cat is overriding their own safety protocol because being with you feels like winning the lottery. Sign 10. The morning stare ritual. You're sleeping peacefully. You open your eyes, and your cat's face is 2 inches from yours, just staring. No meowing, no pawing, just watching, and your first thought is, that's creepy. But what if I told you that's the most beautiful sign of how blessed they feel? Because while you were unconscious and vulnerable, your cat woke up early and chose to guard their greatest treasure, you. Wild cats don't do this. Feral cats don't do this. This is learned behavior from knowing how lucky they are. Your cat's stress hormones actually activate when you're asleep, not from fear, but from protective gratitude. They're literally keeping watch over the source of their amazing life. And here's the tell. When you finally open your eyes, does your cat immediately slow blink or headbutt you? That's relief mixed with celebration. They weren't trying to wake you up. They were protecting their blessing. Your cat isn't being weird. They're your self-appointed guardian of their own good fortune. They know they're lucky to have you, so they protect you. Sign 11. The sudden sprint. Check in. Your cat is across the house. You're doing your thing. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, you hear rapid paw steps. Your cat sprints into the room at full speed, runs directly to you, boops you with their nose or touches you with their paw, then immediately sprints away again, and you're confused. What was that about? Let me explain what just happened. That wasn't random zoomies. That was a blessing verification check. Your cat was in another room and suddenly thought, wait, is my amazing human still there? Is my lucky life still real? So they ran to verify their good fortune hasn't vanished. Researchers call this proximity reassurance behavior. Studies found cats who feel blessed do these check-ins up to 15 times per day. But here's the rare part that separates your cat from others. If your cat makes eye contact with you before running away, they're not just checking if you exist. They're celebrating that their jackpot life is still intact. Each sprint is them saying, I still can't believe how lucky I am. That's not hyperactivity. That's gratitude on repeat. Sign 12, the targeted toy deposit. Okay, so you think your cat is messy because there are toys all over your bed, your chair, your desk. Wrong. Dead wrong. Your cat is creating a gratitude shrine. Look closer at where those toys are. Are they scattered randomly around the house? Or are they specifically placed in your spaces? The spots that smell like you? Because if it's the second one, your cat isn't being lazy. They're documenting their blessed life. They're combining their two favorite things in the universe, their toys and your scent. But here's the part that'll blow your mind. Watch your cat after they drop a toy in your spot. Do they walk away? Or do they sit there staring at it like they just painted the Mona Lisa? If they sit and admire it, they're not waiting for you to play. They're celebrating. They just created physical evidence of how lucky they feel. That toy in your chair isn't clutter. It's a monument to their fortunate life with you. They're literally building proof of their happiness. Sign 13. The interference behavior. Your cat walks directly across your laptop keyboard, sits on your open book, plants themselves between you and your phone, and you think, ugh, so annoying. But hold on, let me tell you what's actually happening, because once you understand this, you'll never be annoyed again. Your cat feels so blessed to have you that they're running a priority test. They're asking one simple question: am I the most important thing in my lucky human's life? And here's what's incredible. Studies tracked this behavior and found something shocking. Cats who interfere have stronger feelings of being blessed than cats who just sit quietly nearby. Your cat is fighting to protect their fortunate position in your life. And watch what happens when you finally pay attention to them. Their purr gets 40% louder, not because they won, because you proved their blessed life is secure. Move them once, twice, 3 times, and they keep coming back? That's not stubbornness. That's a lucky cat making sure their amazing life stays intact. They believe their fortune is worth fighting for. Sign 14. The slow motion approach. Next time your cat walks toward you, watch their tail. Seriously, stop everything and watch. Is their tail straight up? Good start. But is the very tip of that tail quivering slightly, like a tiny vibration? Because if yes, you need to understand what you're witnessing. That quivering tail tip is pure excitement about their blessed life. And here's what's crazy. Kittens do this when approaching their mother for comfort and safety. Your adult cat is doing the kitten behavior for you. They've mentally placed you in the source of my amazing life category. But there's more. Notice how they're walking? It's slow, right? Almost like slow motion? That's intentional. Wild cats rush toward food and safety, but your cat is savoring it. They're stretching out the moment because they're enjoying how lucky they are to have you to walk to. Research showed this behavior increases 300% in cats who feel genuinely blessed. Your cat isn't just walking to you, they're celebrating every step of their fortunate life. Sign 15. The exposure sleep position. This is it. This is the ultimate sign that your cat knows they're the luckiest cat alive. Watch how your cat sleeps when you're in the room versus when you're not. When you're there, do they sleep belly up, legs stretched out in every direction, neck exposed and head tilted back? Because those positions are survival suicide in the wild. Every predator goes for the belly and throat. Cats know this instinctively. That's why most cats sleep curled up tight, ready to spring into action. But your cat? They're sleeping like they're on vacation in paradise because they feel so blessed to have you. Why? Because you're there. Researchers actually track this with cameras. The moment bonded cats are left alone, they change position within minutes. Back to defensive postures. But when you return, belly out, throat exposed, complete vulnerability unlocked. Your presence has literally deactivated millions of years of evolution because they know how fortunate they are. You're not just making them feel safe. You are their jackpot. Every exposed belly is your cat saying, "With you here, I'm the luckiest cat alive and nothing in the world can hurt me." So how many of these signs does your cat show? If it's 3 or more, your cat genuinely believes they hit the jackpot with you. And if they show that number 1 sign, you're their entire world. These signs can actually increase over time as your bond deepens. Which sign does your cat show most? Drop it in the comments below.